Okay. Welcome once again. I hope we're ready. I hope we're here in time. And we're going to do as much as we can to make this short. Yes? So, welcome to everyone who's coming on board. If you're here, just let me know by... What would you do? Just say hi or hello or something like that. And then we're going to get on. Okay? So I can see some people liking, but a hi or hello is going to do great. Welcome, Sir Matthias Nyambi. And like I always say, you can actually get live on the program as well. It's not just a monologue. It's not just going to be me talking. I want to have you talk as well. So, yes. Unreal Inspiration today. On this live show, we're doing Don't Keep It a Secret. It's going to be really sensitive, so brace yourself. There are a lot of stereotypes, there are a lot of things we believe when it comes to keeping a relationship a secret or not. And, well, today we're going to get to understand some. You're going to tell me what you think, what you believe, and I'm also going to tell you what I experienced and why I would confidently say, if you're in a relationship, don't keep it a secret. So, like they always do this, play music to wait for people to come on. I like natural. So I'm going to be singing while I'm waiting for a few more people to join us. So if you're on there, just share so people can get to join us. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Ooh, oh, I once was lost, but now I am found. Was blind, but now I see. Oh, I can see you now. Oh, I can see the love in your eyes. Laying yourself down, raising up the broken to life. All these pieces broken and shattered, in mercy gathered, mended and whole. Empty-handed, but not forsaken. I've been set free. I've been set free. Oh, amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Ooh, oh, I once was lost, but now I am found. I'm here. Was blind, but now I see. Oh, I can see it now. Oh, I can see the love in his eyes. Raising yourself down. Raising up the broken to life. Thank you. Okay, I have a lot more people who have come on. I have Sergeant Duke. Welcome, always on board. I have Sir Encho Sachs. Welcome on board. And he says, what do we have for today? Okay, our topic for today is don't keep it a secret. Like I said, it's really going to be sensitive. Very, very sensitive. Because we're going to be talking serious talk today. Hello, Madame Colette Lenjo. Welcome on board. We're talking about secrets. So like I always say, this is not a monologue. It's a dialogue. So you can get to talk to me and I talk to you and we're doing that back and forth, okay? Welcome, Sir Williams. Thanks for being here. I can see the likes. Get to share so many more people can come on and we can discourse this together. So we get to have beautiful relationships. Yeah, there are going to be hurdles. There are going to be hitches and all here and there. But it's not going to lead us to depression. It's not going to lead us to so much hurt. Yes, relationships are like that. We get those moments. But then there are things we can do to make it better, to make the pain less, to make the hurdles less. Hello, Mr. Apomar Bobo Sky. I like that name, Bobo Sky. Okay. Welcome on board. You're always there. Glad to have you. Okay, so we just want to get on so we don't get to take so much time. And today we're talking about no keeping up secrets. And this is what I'm going to say, and I'm going to say it confidently. If you're ready for a relationship and you know it's a relationship that is going to lead to something serious like marriage, you shouldn't be ashamed to talk about it. You shouldn't make it a secret. You shouldn't. So you should be ready with all that comes with taking up that responsibility or saying that this is the next very big step I want to take. So keeping it a secret, it's not good for nobody. It's going to lead us into a lot of trouble. It did for me, and it's been doing for a lot of people. So we're going to find out why I'm saying that. So there is always this thing of, well, welcome, Mr. Herman Carl. Thank you for being here. Okay, you're going to be doing dual things today. That's nice, though. Glad to have you always. So this is what I'm saying. When it comes to a lot of us young people, I don't know what happens, but there's this thing about double dating or triple dating or quadruple dating or whatever it's called. Like you have multiple partners. I don't know why that is. I don't know why it should be like that, but some people just seem not to be able to help it, but to do that. So when it's not a secret, a lot of people will know if they're in that relationship or not. Say, for instance, I'm dating someone. If every other person knows that I'm dating this guy, and I also know, like maybe my friends and his friends know this is the person that is on here, it can help other people. Because if he's dating three of us and he goes somewhere and says it's me he's dating, there's going to be a problem with that person who hears about it, and then it's going to be fixed. And of course, he's going to be serious about it. He won't, even if those people are there, let me just say, if they are, because this our generation, you can't say. So if they are, he won't make those ones known. And so it's going to help a lot of people. So if someone is telling you, if you want to get into a relationship with someone and the person is telling you, let's keep it a secret, run for your dear life, okay? Mine, I actually decided to keep it a secret, and I'll come to the reason why I decided to keep it a secret. And it got me hurt. When I was always feeling bad, when I was feeling pain, when I was getting hurt, I couldn't talk to nobody because I told, not really nobody, I'd not told people about it. So when I'm in hurt, I'm like, well, I'm just feeling bad. And they're like, I'm just feeling bad. I can't say why I'm feeling bad, you know? So people couldn't help me. No, people could not help me out because they really did not know what I was going through or what I was into because I had not told them, you know. So it helps in that direction, you know. So you know that you're actually the one, and maybe if your friends know him with some other girl, they can actually get to tell you that and all that. And then some people say, well, we don't want to tell about our relationship because our village people are going to do whatever. Like, seriously? Come on, help me here. Village people, if they're village people and they're witches, they walk in the spirit. So, like, when you hide it in the physical, you think they don't still get you in the spirit? Of course they would. So, that's no excuse. That's no excuse at all. And then some people go like, oh, if you tell your friends are going to hit on the guy. So yes, that gets to the point of discipline. Or your friends are going to hit on the girl. That gets to the point of discipline. We have to be disciplined. Yes? And if those your friends are hitting on the guy or the girl, like both ways, it goes both ways. if they're hitting on this person, then those are not true friends. So it's still helping you to know the kinds of friends you have. So I'll still say again, don't keep it a secret. That's it. Don't keep it a secret. If you're ready to be in a relationship and a serious relationship, why are you so ashamed to tell the world that this is who you're in a relationship with? Why? It shouldn't be like that. Because when it's like that, that's when you get into the little troubles or situations that come up. And mine, I got to find out that they were dating 3 of us. It's not even me finding out, like I heard from someone. He told me himself. And then after that, I saw it happen. So I was like, whoa, this is serious. Well, if it wasn't a secret, probably someone would have told me. Someone who knows those people, or someone who knows him that knows me, will know that. So what's happening? Like, I see this person with this person, and you know, that's how a friend of mine was telling me a story, how he got to help some sisters. They both were dating the same guy, not knowing. So he used to see the girls come there in turns, and he was a friend to one of the sisters. So he was like, what's happening? Like, what's going on here? And that's how he got to help them, because he knew about it. And I heard of a scenario where a guy actually dated 2 sisters, proposed to both of them until he was about to, I think, get married to one. That's when they found out that they both were dating the same guys. The same guy. Both of them. Sisters? That's freaky scary. Where do we get to the point where you just come telling your sister, oh, I'm dating this guy, and then you come the next day, oh, you show your ring, I'm engaged. Even your sister? Is it that bad? It's just crazy. What exactly makes you to do that kind of a thing? That you have to find out on a particular day that you both got engaged to the same guy until he's about to marry your sister? Like, seriously? How does that work? Is it that bad? Like, that bad that you can introduce someone you're going to spend the rest of your life with, someone you're in a serious relationship with, to even your sister? Maybe friends, I can understand, I can manage, I can bear with it, which still doesn't make sense. But your sister or your brother, that's weird. And that's why there are a lot of those hidden relationships that the people are doing this multiple partners things because of the secrecy. Oh, welcome to my one and only daddy, Hans Nanier. Welcome, and he's live today. Thanks for being here. So, like, it's just weird. It's really out of place. Welcome, my very own pretty sister, Kinaka Baribefe Esther. Yeah, that's my Ghanaian sister. Okay, Akwaba. Oh, that's welcome, right? So, I don't know. It's just weird. In these days, you would really not want to keep your relationship a secret, because if you do, you're going to be getting hurt eventually. And that's after you build time, resources, and everything you've put into a relationship. Because a relationship is hard work. Trust me, it is work. You have to play your part. It's not just there like there. It's work. You have to play your part. So why would this guy not be confident enough to show me off? Like, this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. This is the person I'm in a relationship with. Oh yes, there is a possibility that we might not end up together. But as at the time you are sure, I should be able to be introduced like this is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. It shouldn't be a secret. If I'm ready for a relationship and a serious relationship, it should not be a secret. Because sin strives in secrecy. It lives on in secrecy. That's the truth. The guy will be able to date you and your sister and your friends' friends because you all are hiding things from each other. So we should step up our games. Tell people about it. Tell a leader. Tell a friend. Tell someone. Just talk about it. Because those people can help you. Your friends might know a friend that this one is dating. And truth be told, the relationships that I was in, welcome, Mariam Elizabeth Chenke. Nice to have you on the program. Your friends can be connected to someone that they know that is dating this person. So when you keep it a secret, you're letting secrecy, you're letting that wrong thing they're doing to thrive. That's just the truth. So it gets really, really crazy when you're getting into a serious relationship, one which you want to put your life in, you want to invest your all in, and you're planning to eventually spend the rest of your life with that person, then it has to be a secret. No. I would say no. If you don't want to end up depressed, if you don't want to end up totally hurt, don't keep your relationships a secret. Yes, someone is going to tell me, okay, so what if the relationship is all out there and it's not a secret, and then eventually it doesn't work? It didn't work. That's just it. You heal, you move on. That is life. It's a 50-50. It's preferable that it didn't work because it didn't work, rather than that you get to a point and you're hurt because you were deceived. The deception is not going to thrive if many more people know about it. Because we all are just kind of interconnected to one another in some way. So when those people are there and they're connected to you and connected to you somehow, it helps for you to know that, okay, this person is real, this person is serious, and all that. It helps. But when you keep it a secret, the possibility is that you really might end up so hurt like I was. Okay, so now let's take it a step further. This is the sensitive part I'm talking about, and I know a lot of people are just not going to like it, but we have to get real here. This is what this is about. We want to make things work. We want to make things get a little more better for each and every one of us, so we can live life the way God intends it to. Okay? So this one would have to do a little bit more about why I also didn't talk about my relationship to people that I should have, who could have helped me somehow. I didn't say it because there's always this thing of, so you're in a relationship, and I've always been this person who kind of has it all figured out. I have things working for me. It's like I can handle the things, you know. So when I'm failing in a particular thing, I feel uncomfortable talking about it. But I learned that failure is just part of life, so I shouldn't go acting shiro and hero all the time. Yes, I'm a human being, so sometimes I can fail. I'm not saying I endorse people going about failing all the time, but yes, once in a while you can get to fail. It's not the end of everything. You just need to get up, dust yourself up, and get on. That's what it is about. So this is the part where I'm going to. I'm a Christian. I always say that. So I go to church, I'm in groups and stuff like that. So there is a part where they have a committee. It's called the marriage committee. I truly love that committee, and I would give them kudos all the time. But then there is always the issue where probably I come up with this scenario. I say, this is the person I feel I have to spend the rest of my life with. You know, we always put it in the Christian way. They say, this is the person God has said, you know. Yeah, like, because we walk in the Spirit and we're children of God. So, of course, God directs us like that. So that works. So say this is a person I've decided to spend the rest of my life with. So you bring the person, and then maybe they're talking to the person for some reason, and then at some point it goes awry. And then you have to not be with that person anymore. Say that it's not working. You're going on and on and on, and then you get to find out who this person truly is, and then it's not working. So you know when it's not working, you have to get off. But sometimes we ladies just find a way to stay there. When we know, like we know, our instincts seemingly don't fail us always. We know that this is not working, but we're just trying to fix it. Like we're managing it. We're trying to get it to work, and we know on the inside of us it's not working. So this is a scenario where you have to now get off that relationship because you know it's not working. You probably know there's standards that you hold dear, and this person is not living to those standards. Because like we say from the beginning, you have to set your standards and you don't bend or break them for nobody. And you get to ask questions, right questions, so that those standards will be upheld. So you don't take somebody into a relationship and then when you're at some kind of peak and then you're telling them, oh, this is what I hold dear. I don't want this. I don't want that. No. Don't do that to people so they don't do it to you. So when you start up, get your standards, set them straight and all that. So maybe this person is going against those standards, is going contrary to those standards. What do you have to do? You have to get off, right? Say, for example, I'm dating this guy or I'm in a relationship with this guy, and then all of a sudden I know that he's having multiple partners. He's dating a lot of people. Come on now. I can't spend the rest of my life with that kind of person. From when I got to know him, I didn't know that's who he was. But after I've gotten to relate with him for some time and a while, and then I get to know this is who he is. So I have to get off. That's the only option. So now there's this problem that I have with the committee. They would look at you like you're not serious. You know, they start things like, you didn't really hear from God. It was just self. It was just lost or something like that. So they seemingly don't believe you anymore. So you're thinking, I don't want to look bad in the eyes of the leaders. I don't want to go there and then they tell me I'm not a Christian, like I'm not a strong Christian. So that's why I didn't even know that that wasn't God speaking to me. I didn't even know what I wanted. So I got this guy. And that's why it's not working. Because, of course, if it's God, it's supposed to work. Like, seriously? Like, seriously? They're human beings. And you have no control over a human being. If that person has decided that they're not going to follow the right track, there is nothing you can do about it. Except they undecide that. So if, for example, I would give an example of a movie I watched before I would connect it to me. So I watched a movie where this lady actually had two guys and she was playing them. She was actually playing them. The title of the movie is Costly Games, and it really just works perfectly with this example. So she's keeping two guys. There's one who really, really loves her and tells her, this is, I know on the inside of me that you're supposed to be my wife. You know, I want to marry you and everything. And the girl is not saying yes or no. And she knows in her heart that she doesn't want that guy. Then this other very hottie, you know, all over the place guy comes in and then she wants the guy. So she knows she's not going to get into a relationship with this other guy, but he's not giving him an answer. And then she's with the new hottie guy and everything. Meanwhile, this guy was just coming to play her. That's the fun. The guy, the new hottie guy and everything, who was claiming to really be a child of God and all that, was just coming to play her. And then her friend gives her this piece of advice. If you know you're not okay with this guy, you don't want to date him, you don't want to be in a relationship with him, then just tell him already. Stop playing with people's emotions. Just tell him already. So this guy was sure and he was convicted. The first guy, he was sure and he was convicted that this is God saying this is the person you have to marry and all that. But the person is not playing along. So, of course, God always gives his children the best. And if that person is not towing the line to stay in accordance to be with the best because they're carried away by things of the world, because that was just the point there. They're carried away by things of the world. God is going to give you something better. So it's possible. It's possible that today you're sure, and you're sure that this is the person. But somehow, in the process of getting to know the person, you find out that they're really not the person that they presented themselves to be. You're not God, so you can't know them for real, like from first impression. And these days, everybody gets to put up a first impression. So the first impression could be good. And then you're talking with the person from some few days or some time, and then it's all beautiful. Then by the time you find out it's really not the person that they presented themselves to be. So you have to get off. But now, because you're scared of what the leaders or the committee is going to tell you, you stick in that relationship. You're being abused, maybe emotionally, psychologically, or whatever way, and you're just there because you want to please people? Seriously? Please, marriage committee, we really love you all. You're doing a good job, but take it easy on us. I'm not saying people should just go right then now. You bring this guy today or this lady today, and then after a week, you just go again, you change, you bring this guy or this lady. No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not giving us a blank check to not work our relationships out. No, that's not what I'm saying. When it gets to that point where the standards are being broken and are being discarded, then it's time for you to leave. And when you leave, my dear beautiful sister or brother, you have to heal. Because if you were really into this relationship, like seriously with all of you, you need to heal. So you can't just go today and you're done with this relationship and then tomorrow you're taking another person to the marriage committee. Of course, they'll take you like someone who is not serious. Yes, so this is me. I don't believe I should be in a relationship with a guy who is dating like 3 of us or 4 of us. So I've already believed from the onset that this is the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. This is the person that I'm in love with. This is the person, and this is the person. And then along the line, I get to find out that he's into double dating or triple dating, whatever it's called. I'm not supposed to stay there, but I was staying there. Yes, I was. Because I was thinking it was going to get fixed. I was thinking it's just a bluff. I was thinking maybe he was just testing my resolve. And more so, the relationship was a secret. Because I was scared to go tell the committee that this is the person that I think I have to spend the rest of my life with, because if it doesn't work out, just in case. I'm one very optimistic person, but then I was just like, just in case it doesn't work out. How am I supposed to go explain to them a second time that, okay, this is not the person. So I think it's another person, but I don't know who the person is right now, but I don't think it's this person anymore. So we get scared. So for that sole reason, some people will keep their relationships a secret. And so when they're hurting, they can't tell nobody. Because in the first place, they told nobody about the relationship. Oh no. Keeping your relationship a secret is dangerously risky. So please, talk about it. So that when the time comes that you need help, people are going to know how to help you. People are going to know from which point they can help you. Welcome, Sir Eric Jimefor. Glad to have you on the show today. And who else is coming up again? Just share so a lot more people can come. So we're talking today about don't keep it a secret. Don't keep your relationship a secret. I don't know if there's someone out there who actually kept their relationship a secret or kept something a secret. You know, when you keep things a secret, it gets to thrive. Like if it's a wrong thing you're doing and it's a secret, you're going to keep doing it because you're not accountable to anybody. So that really gets very, very tricky sometimes. So I said, mine, I kept it a secret because I was scared that I wouldn't want to talk about a relationship today. I tell them about a relationship today, and then it doesn't work out like I thought. And then I have to tell them again now about I can't be in this relationship anymore. So it feels like I'm not a strong Christian. I'm not a prayerful person, and all that kind of stuff that gets to happen when you have to tell it to the marriage committee. So like I said, I give them a kudos because I would want the marriage committee to actually talk to us like that. But then they should slack it a little bit on us because it makes us scared to go now open up to them where we can get help, where we can get advice from. It gets us scared. It freaks us out to go talking to them, which is not a good thing. We're supposed to be free enough to be able to tell them those things so they can talk to us, they can give us advice, they can direct us on how to go about it. But now when they're kind of scary like that, how then do we go telling them that we're in a relationship or not? It gets really, really tricky. So I don't know, for whatever reason, you're hiding that relationship you're in. I remembered a friend of ours was doing something on social media some time ago, and she said she was showing all the people that were bachelors and spinters on her Facebook page or something. And then she says, if you know that you're in a relationship and she mistakenly puts you up there, you should come and put a disclaimer, or you should come and tag the person you're in a relationship with. And it was almost chaotic sometimes, because say for instance, let's say we're 5 of us ladies, right? And then we know that this lady is dating this guy. So probably the girl has told us this is the person she's going out with. And then we all know she's dating the guy. And then the guy's picture pops up like he's a bachelor. And so like 4 of us go under there. The lady is not around. She's not available at the time. So we go on there and we're like, this guy is not single. You can't put his picture up here. And the guy is not coming to do any disclaimer. And then the lady comes and sees it. And then she's wondering like, am I really in a relationship with this guy? So why is he not putting a disclaimer up there? You know, those kinds of things. So you can actually be in a ghost relationship. You can be thinking at the back of your mind that you're in a relationship. Meanwhile, you're on your own. Because the guy doesn't consider whatever you people have as a relationship. So that's why it's good to ask questions. Yeah, so you see, like I said, all these tips are actually interconnected. It's good to ask questions. Sometimes we ladies were scared to ask questions because we think when we ask questions, it's going to sound like we're asking the guys out. No, that's not true. So when a guy has friend zoned you for like forever, or when a girl has friend zoned you for like forever, ask the definition of what you both are having. What is this called? That's not asking the guy out. Knowing what that relationship you both have, what the name is, it's very important. Because when the purpose of something is not known, abuse is inevitable. Like you're going to abuse that relationship. When you don't know what it's all about, abuse can easily come in. So in the friend zoning level, you would have to ask. You would need to know what you guys are into, so you don't lose out on prospective partners. Maybe you, the guy, might have been in a relationship with this other girl, and you're like, oh no, I'm already in a relationship. Meanwhile, the girl doesn't see you like a prospective suitor. Yeah, so it gets very tricky. So ask questions. We've done that topic before. Maybe if you didn't watch it, you can go watch the rebroadcast. Ask questions. So if you're in a relationship, make it known. It saves you a whole lot of stress. It saves you a whole lot of stress. I was in awe when I heard the story of these 2 sisters that one man got engaged to both of them and was about marrying one of them. Like, how does it work? Seriously. Like I said, I can manage the fact that you might not want to tell your friends about your relationship. But what about your sister or your brother? And moms, we have to learn to be friends with our kids so much so that they can be able to tell us stuff. Daddies, you have to learn to relate with your sons and all that, even your daughters, so they can so become friends with you and they can tell you stuff. Because if those things are not kept secret, if those things are not kept secret, then the children are going to be saved. They're going to be saved from a whole lot of stress that could come their way. Because if I know from the start that this guy is dating like 4 girls, I don't see any reason why I should be in a relationship. Okay, Sir Herman Carl says, even if it's called asking the guy out, I don't see a problem with that. Right, like seriously. To save yourself the stress, to know if you're actually in a relationship, so you not be ghosting out yourself, you not be friend zoning yourself and missing out on prospective people that could be in a serious relationship with you. Because some guys, as much as they see you hovering around with a particular guy all the time, everywhere you both are together, of course they're not even going to dare talk to you. Meanwhile, maybe that guy is not even planning to have anything serious with you. You know? Welcome, Sir Evans Tayuka. And Sir Eric Jimefor says, the solution is simple. Before you start a relationship with any guy or lady, post his or her photo on social media and a company photo with a question: who owns this guy or girl? I'm about to start a relationship with him or her. Leave the picture and the question there for a month. If no one claims a guy or girl, then you have a green light to start dating. I like that. That sounds interesting. And you know, the truth is, that's what they actually do in the court. You know, when you're about to go do your court wedding, to go and get your relationship legalized, that's what they do. They actually put your names there and everything. They put it out there. I think it's for a month, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's for a month, either a month or two. I can't remember how it works for some places, but I think in Cameroon it's like for a month or so. They put it out there and they're like, if anybody has anything against these people, if anybody thinks they shouldn't be together and all that stuff, come now and do your disclaimer, you know. So there, like there. But sincerely speaking, we should be able to believe enough. We should be able to believe each other enough that we're in a relationship. Like, I'm seriously getting into this with you. So if you're telling me that, I'm quite old school, very old school. So if someone has to be in a relationship with me, you have to really get a yes from me after you've asked me out. Yeah, seriously. So if you've not gotten a yes from me and we're as close as closeness can be, we're not in a relationship. That's a disclaimer. Okay? So until I've said a yes to you, like, are we in this together and I've said a yes to you, we're not in a relationship. So if I'm close to you, I'm a sanguine, so I'm like out there. So it feels like someone can get that misunderstood. So that's why I'm saying it now. I'm saying it over and over again. There are times as well I've misunderstood people's reaction to me. That's how I learned to ask questions, because I misunderstood people's reactions to me and thought they probably wanted a relationship with me. Meanwhile, they were just being nice people. Because I can be a nice person, it's also possible that people out there can just want to be nice persons. So ask questions. Don't keep it a secret, so you don't get hurt, totally and completely hurt in the end, so you don't end up depressed. Yes, I kept mine a secret for church reasons. I don't know what your reason is for keeping your relationship a secret. Like I said, village people are in the spirit. So if you're hiding it because of village people, they'll still get you. Either ways. So village people is just so not any reason you can use for it. No, I'm not ready to put it out there in the public. So you're not ready to be in the relationship. Why should you be there when you're not ready to make it public? When you're ready to make it public, you're ready with everything that a relationship has to be, then get into it. If you're not ready, then don't get into it. Awaken up, my love, O Israel. Please, don't get into it. So if we want to save ourselves the stress, a whole lot of stress, please, let's not keep the relationship a secret. If you're ready to get into something serious with me, you should be proud and confident to say it to whoever and wherever. When it is important, when it is demanded, when it is requested. We can't be playing hide and seek. No, we don't play hide and seek with people's emotions, with people's hearts. We don't do that. Nobody wants to be played. But when we keep it a secret, we let those playing games thrive. And that's what we don't want. So I don't know if there's someone out there who wants to tell us a scenario or who wants to tell us something. Like I said, a lot of people, I can't blame churches. I'll blame us individuals as well, because they say this happens in a lot of churches. People have told me this happening in Cameroon a lot, in Boya a lot. I don't know if it also happened somewhere in Bamenda. Someone was saying that. Those are places in Cameroon actually. And they said the leader or the choir master or the pastor or something like that gets to be having a time of his life with all the sisters in church or all the sisters in choir, and no one knows about it until one person speaks up because she got pregnant. Can you imagine that? I say I'll blame us because it has gotten to a point where we just don't want to have a personal relationship with God. We just don't want to study the Bible to know what is there and what is allowed and what is not allowed. So when your papa, in quotes, tells you that having sex with him is rendering service unto God, you believe it and you go ahead sleeping around with the pastor, and then you get yourself in trouble because he tells you that no other person needs to know. It's just between you and God. You know, when you're giving a gift to God, when you're giving a gift with your right hand, your left hand shouldn't know about it, you know, and then you're following all those kinds of funny doctrines that are coming up because you don't want to have a personal relationship with God, because you don't want to study the Bible yourself. That's when it gets really, really tricky. Because it's only in secrecy that that particular person, that particular leader, that particular pastor will be able to sleep with 15 girls and none of them knows about the fact that he's only that one man doing that to all of them, until a very serious situation comes up. If you're ready for a relationship, be ready to be able to confidently tell anybody that you're in one. It doesn't only help you, it helps even that person. Because you, the guy, if you're also able to confidently tell your friend, maybe your friend is also dating the girl, like, so you both are dating one girl, and he can be able to tell you, are you kidding me right now? I know there are situations where, I know there are scenarios where maybe that guy also likes you, and so he can put up stories and all those things and cook up things about you. But the truth always prevails. That's it. So the secret part, it's not good at all, for no reason. So we don't go playing tricks on people's hearts. We don't go playing costly games like the other girl was playing, putting the two guys and just waiting. Okay, if he works with this one, fine, then that one is lost. If he doesn't work with this one, she'll come back to this one. What kind of game are you playing at? With people's hearts? Well, as they say, you reap what you sow, yes? So she got her reward for that game she was playing. She got pregnant for the other hottie guy, and then the other guy got married to another amazing lady. Yes, when I was going through my own situation, I was looking for every scripture that was possible to make me know that God couldn't go back on that. Like, this had to be God. This had to be it. This has to be the relationship. More so, I'd given myself time. That was when I wanted to be in a relationship. That was when I wanted to get married. And so it was just all serious. It felt like everything was falling in place. How could that not happen? So I had to ask my pastor over and over. I had to ask for scriptures to back it up so that I should stay in the relationship even when I knew that it wasn't working. So I should stay there. And then this was the one scripture that got to me. He said, do you remember Abraham? I'm like, yeah, so what about Abraham? How is Abraham connected to what I'm talking about, you know? Of course, I wasn't going to tell him it was me. I was going to sound like it's a friend's story, like that. And so what does a person get to do? Like, can God say something and go back on it? He says, not necessarily going back. Sometimes God wants to see your heart situation on some stuff. So he lets you go through some things so that he can know how your heart situation is. And it's like, okay, so up at the level of Abraham's heart, God knew that Abraham could sacrifice anything for his sake. If Abraham wasn't sensitive enough, he would have killed Isaac. Because he will be thinking, that's the enemy who wants to stop his blessing from coming to him. So the enemy is showing him a ram to kill, to sacrifice, in the place of Isaac. But he was sensitive enough. So we have to be sensitive enough. So when you're in a relationship, yes, it could actually be a serious relationship and it could end up in marriage. Some of them might be a serious relationship but will not end up in marriage. For so many reasons, we just can't name them here. We just can't talk about in one session. So it is important. If you're ready for a relationship and a serious one, don't keep it a secret. I did with mine. I got so terribly hurt, got depressed. If you do that, You're going to let some negative things, those negative things that people do in the secret because it's a secret, and it's going to hurt you so bad. Because if you can be saved from the start, it's actually beautiful. Than that you should go and get like to the peak of it. You're at the peak of it, and then you have to just come down crumbling. It's not easy, I tell you the truth. Like I said, the pain and the hurt I felt, I wouldn't wish that even for an enemy. So you can imagine. It is that serious. So yeah, I'm done. Like I said, the sensitive part was a part of you going to tell your leaders in church about you getting serious in this relationship and all that, and then it doesn't work out, and then they're telling you you're not spiritually strong, you didn't hear from God, and all those things that they get to say, you know. Please, leaders, slack it on people. Yes, I can tell you about this person. I could be sure as at the time I'm telling you, no doubt about it. It could truly be God who said it. But if the person is not towing the line, I can't stay in that relationship because I heard God from the start. Because I've told you people, the committee members, because I want to prove a point to you. No, I can't stay there. Because if I'm getting to stay in that relationship, it means I'm telling myself I'm going to stay with a cheat. Can I handle that? No, I can't. So yes, I have to get off. And when I get off, it doesn't mean that I wasn't serious. It doesn't mean I wasn't spiritually strong. No, it doesn't mean that. So do not be deceived. So don't keep your relationship a secret. Don't. For no reason. I don't think there's any reason why you want to be in a serious relationship that you know it's really serious, like it's as serious as it could get to marry, and you're keeping it a secret. I don't think it's important. So don't keep it a secret. That was my direction. I don't know if you have any story, if you have anything to say, if you want to come on live and tell us about a scenario or a situation. I've heard a lot about people getting to be in a relationship where the guy is dating just about how many of them. There was another one, a group of 3 friends. The guy was dating the 3 friends. None of them knew. Everybody's like, oh, my boyfriend. And then this one will go and visit the guy in the house. This one will go and visit, and then they'll go to a hotel and stuff like that. And they just kept swapping. And it was, I don't know how that guy could really play those 3 girls like that. And the 3 of them, they were living in one house. And I think everything burst out the day the guy was supposed to come and visit one of them. So they said no, they should do a hangout also. Yeah, I think it was a hangout. And they 3 of them should bring their boyfriends. And the guy accepted he was going to come. Like, for all the 3 of them, he accepted he was going to come. And then that day, he just sent a letter because he had already known that they were friends. He just sent a letter to them and said, oh, I'm very sorry. This is what was happening. I actually got 3 of you and stuff like that. It's bad. But if they had told each other, if they had even shown pictures or something, it would help. This is the person I'm in a relationship with. It would help. So, like I'm saying, sin thrives in secrecy. Don't keep it a secret. If you're ready for a relationship, be ready to go with all that comes with it. And one of the things that comes with it is to be able to confidently tell the next person that, yes, I'm in this relationship. Yes, I'm enjoying it so far. Regardless of what could eventually happen. At this moment, I'm enjoying it and I'm in it. Yes, we know something could happen that you don't end up with the person, or you could end up with the person. Yes, it's both ways. But while you're in it, be confident enough to tell someone that this is what it is. Keeping it a secret could lead you into really serious trouble. It did for me. It has happened for a lot of people. There are just a whole lot of examples. We can just start saying all of them here. Yeah. So, this is about where I'm almost leaving you all. I always don't want to leave you. I just want to stay here so we can talk on and on and on and on. But sometimes I feel like I'm the only one talking. But okay, thanks to Sir Eric Jimefor. Thanks to Sir Herman Carl. He also spoke today. So I was expecting another person to talk as well. but nobody's saying nothing. So we're about to end the session for today. I hope we'll be getting ready for the next session. Like I said, when my tips are done, the live session will be done. But if you want the live session to continue, then you would have to bring up topics you want us to talk about. But so far, we're talking about tips to help you how to get away so you don't even get into depression at all. So if you don't want to get depressed, if you don't want to get that hurt, like really crazy hurt, don't keep your relationship a secret. Don't keep your relationship a secret. Okay. So Herman, like I said, okay, that's good. So your team is probably winning and you're excited. So that's nice. And you're on my show as well. Thank you very much. That's really, really beautiful. So I want to say thank you to the people who were on today. We had Sir Matthias Nyambi and we had Sir Duke Surgeon, Sir Encho Sachs. Who else was here? Madame Colette Lenjo. We had Sir William Slongomba. Who else do we have? We have Sir Bobo Sky Isaac, Sir Herman Carl. We had my dad, Hans Nania, my Ghanaian sister, Kinaka Baribefe. Who do we have again? We had Madame Elizabeth Trenke. I hope I'm pronouncing that name well. We had Sir Eric Jimefor. He's always there. I guess he's going to be the winner of the always present person on the live show. We had Madame Chambo High Center. Who else did we have today who is telling us they're connected? We also had Sir Evan Stayukar. I don't know why he has not been able to comment, but I saw him do the click on the thing. So thank you all for always being there. Like I say, you can also get on my YouTube channel. This is a dual series I'm doing on my YouTube channel and even on this Facebook page for now. Yeah, we are having a series, My Journey Out of Depression. So there we give you tips on how to get out when you're already into depression. And here we're giving you tips on how to keep away from it so you don't even get there. We don't want people getting there. It's really terrible. Some people get there and don't come out. I've heard about people who got into depression and committed suicide. I had suicidal tendencies. I thought about it over and over and over, but thank God for God that I got to know that if you commit suicide, you're taking an express ticket to hellfire. And hellfire is actually crazier, more crazy than whatever pain I was feeling. So I had to come back to snap out of it. So it's really crazy. So we don't want people to get into depression because some people get there and don't come back. It's that bad. So we don't want people to get there. So what we're doing on the live show is we're giving you tips on what to do or what not to do. Like now we're not supposed to keep it a secret. So tell it out there. Talk about it. We learned about not giving blank checks. We learned about asking questions, not assuming. We've learned about not starting what you can't finish, you know, because when you start it and you can't finish it, you get to a point where it becomes a drag and the relationship starts going awry, so sour, you can't get to it. And today we spoke about not keeping a secret. So what next is going to come up on it? What next is going to come up on it? What next is going to come up? What's going to be our subject for next week? Do you want to know about it? Are you ready? Okay, the next subject is going to be this. Get healed first. Someone's going to be like, Princess, what do you mean? Get healed first. That's the title of our next live show. It's going to be next week, Thursday. Like I say, let's just keep an eye out. The time gets to change from time to time, but I think it's averagely between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Central African time or West African time, whichever you like to choose. So that's how it works. So I'm going to see you again on another live show. And on Tuesday, we're getting our record on, I think that's going to be episode 6 on my journey out of depression. So get to go to my social media platforms and you can get all the videos, you can follow up. There is actually a pinned post on this Facebook page where you can get all the series. Like, you have part 1, 2, 3 in the comment section. So I put it that way so it gets easy for someone to be able to locate them. And this also, we have the first video that we did for this, the live show, and we have the part 1, 2, 3 in the comment section as well. So you can always follow up those ones and you get to know what you missed and maybe add a comment there, like we said. So we say when the tips are done, we'd love you to give us topics. If you want the live show to continue, we'd love you to give us topics that we can talk on. We can all do a research on it and then we come and talk about it. But what we do on Real Inspiration, what my utmost desire is that people should believe in themselves, see the best of themselves, and become their best versions. And that's by making all this practical and real and relatable. That's making you get to know that you're not alone in this. When we're doing it together, we can do it perfectly. But when you try to isolate yourself and do it by yourself, you get into so much trouble. So yes, today I'm glad to have you all on the show. And like we say, there's going to be a winner of a prize for being present on all the shows, for participating on all the shows at some point. And sure, it's going to either be on this page, our Facebook page, or on our YouTube channel, or on any of our social media platforms. But we're going to make sure we make it go viral, so on all the platforms. So always make it a date with us every Thursday. Clear your shadows, clear them, so you can be with us. I always say, I love you so very much from the bottom of my heart. I really do love you, but God loves you way, way more. So get to share this if you think it was very important and it can be helpful to someone out there. You just never know. Bye-bye.